What's up, everybody? So I'm getting ready to start a new series, and what the series is about is all the food truck myths. We're getting ready to clarify and squash all the myths that are out there, stuff that you've been told that could be true, that might not be true, stuff that you might have been told that are exaggerations or maybe undershot. All that kind of stuff we're getting ready to clarify, and I can't put it all in one video because it's super long. There's a lot of them out there. I got 15 topics right now that I'm getting ready to discuss over a period of time that are going to come out one by one. Okay, so today we're getting ready to get it kickstarted right off the bat with the rumor that food trucks are cheap to start. Now, to put that in context, they aren't cheap to start, but they are less expensive than starting a brick and mortar restaurant or any sort of restaurant at all, for the most part. Just because of the square footage and the amount of space you have, it makes it smaller, which means you have to get less. But they're not necessarily cheap to start. They're not inexpensive to start. They can be expensive. I mean, it can get up there depending on what you're trying to do and what you're trying to accomplish. The price can get up there, but it just might not be as expensive as a restaurant. So let's dig a little deep into some of the costs that aren't as high, but also don't make it cheap either. It's not cheap. Let's just talk about the most important part, which is your actual truck or your actual trailer. So as I've mentioned in previous videos and some of the teachings that I've had before, I would highly advise you not to get the cheapest thing that you can find. It's not good. It's not going to last long. You know it's not going to last long. And in your heart of hearts, you know it's not going to last long. I understand you want to get on the road. I understand you want to just get started. And then the thought process is, once I start making money, then I can do this, do that, and do the whole thing. But if at best possible, don't get into the cheapest truck that you can find. If you have to wait, save your money. Trucks break down, especially with the kind of wear and tear and the moving around that you're going to want to do while owning a truck. So let's talk about price ranges. I would say on the super low end, you're probably looking at 20,000 for something that's respectable enough to put on the road. Now on the high end, you can get anywhere. You can spend 150,000 for, on the high end, brand new, all the bells and whistles and that whole thing. You can get up to that price tag. I would say a comfortable spot is somewhere in between like 40 and 60. For me personally, I started with a trailer because I had another truck to pull it. It was brand new, built it from scratch, did the whole thing, brand new, and that cost me, without me putting my down payment on it, it was 55,000. I put 15 down on it and I financed 40. Like I said, that sweet spot is right in there somewhere. Carts and stuff like that are a little bit of a different story. They're going to be cheaper, but you're also super limited on what you can serve. So you really only can do the stuff like hot dogs and that sort of stuff. You can't really do much with those. And if that's all you want to do, that's fine. We're just talking people who want to say, all the people who say, I want to start my own food truck. Now, also remember, one of the aspects that you're going to need before you get started, if you really want to protect yourself, is you're going to need insurance. I'm going to be talking about insurance a lot because it's really important. It's going to cover you. You're taking a lot of time to save up or do whatever you got to do to get this money to get started, to get rolling. You need to insure yourself. All your costs need to be covered. There's more things that you can be insured for a lot less money than you actually even know. You have to be insured. I'm recommending you go with Next because they're specifically designed for small businesses. They have you covered in every direction possible, from your actual vehicle all the way down to workers' comp, all the way down to the language in a contract. This insurance covers you. You need it. Make sure you take advantage of it. It's not nearly as expensive as you think it is. Like literally one or two sales off your food truck covers your monthly insurance right there, and you're covered for hundreds of thousands of dollars. So Next Insurance has you covered. Use them. Another thing you have to consider is a lot of the same permits that you would have with a restaurant, you're going to have with the food truck. It's a different way to look at it. It's a different way to be inspected. It could be cheaper, but you're still going to have those permits that you need to get done. So include those in the cost as well. I always tell people, if whatever number it is that you think you need for your truck, trailer, whatever it is, probably add 10 to 20% onto it. If you can, even, like I said, the more you have, the better. But at bare minimum, add 10 to 20% on it, because there's always going to be something that pops up somewhere, somehow. In another video, I talked about how my gas lines cost me over $2,000 a week before I was supposed to launch. Stuff like that just happens. It's just a part of the game. So keep all this in mind when you're getting set up and you're thinking and you're strategizing. And the whole point of this channel is for you to strategize, be smart, be successful. Okay. So I'll be back with the second video for the second myth. Like I said, I got a lot of them. I don't want to give you 1,000 of them all in one video, but we're going to come back and it'll be soon. Thanks for watching this, and I'll see you guys on the next one.